Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Ulil amri alladhina farasta alayna ta'atahum wa rafatna bizalika manzilatahum. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today I'll be talking to you on my first chapter of my book on thinking. In the first part, I will tell you a story about René Descartes, and in the second part, I will be showing you how the Einstein's method of discovering or developing the theory of relativity is found in the sayings of Imam Ali, the teachings of Imam Ali, the saying number 281. Then we shall go ahead. So starting with René Descartes. René Descartes was the famous Western philosopher. He was born in France and he died in Sweden and was buried in Sweden. He is the greatest modern philosopher, Western philosopher, and he is the father of coordinate geometry. He discovered geometry. So the story goes, René Descartes was going in a boat in one of the famous lakes, and he was using the oar to go ahead. While doing that, he noticed that the oar which he was using appeared to be bent in water. This is called refraction. So he observed it many times, but this time he started thinking, he started pondering why the rod is appearing bent in water. So he thought that as the rod is appearing bent, to be bent in water, though it is not bent. So he thought that this whole materialistic world which I am seeing, which I am watching, and myself, this materialistic universe which is appearing as I see, may not be as it is. Maybe because of the air effect and the space effect, it is appearing like that, and it may not be like that. It may be something else, or it may be an illusion because of the air and the space effect. So he went on to say that everything is deceptive. Whatever I say, whatever I see is not actually as it is appearing to be. He went on to say that everything is deceptive, everything. Even I may be not as I am looking. So others to whom I see, they may be a deception. So he went on to say that everything is deceptive. This is called Cartesian doubt. It's a deliberate doubt to reach a conclusion. So finally he went on to say that everything is doubtful, maybe everything is an illusion, nothing exists, everything is false, but one thing is right, and that is I am thinking. If I am not thinking, I will not doubt. Just now I am doubting. So it means I am thinking. So when I am thinking, I exist. So he went on to say, cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I must exist. Thinking is prominent. So when this kind of approach led him to think that consciousness is superior to matter. Like, because the thinking, the consciousness became a proof of my existence. So it is superior to matter. He went on to say, just like in me the consciousness exists, thinking exists, I am matter, and in me the thinking exists. Likewise, this whole universe, which is a huge universe made of matter, it must have a thinker, a ultimate thinker, a ultimate consciousness. This is he called as God. He said that God, that is the proof of God. So he went on to, from his Cartesian doubt, this is philosophy. By just reasoning and analysis, he got the knowledge of God consciousness. Without any experiment, without any scriptures, support of scriptures. So this is called philosophy. By philosophy, you reach the truth. So he reached God through his philosophy of cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I must exist. So in this, what he proved is thinking is superior to consciousness. Thinking is superior to matter. So he went on to say consciousness can give rise to matter. Yeah, the ultimate thinking can give rise to matter. The ultimate consciousness can give rise to matter. Then he went on to say the second point is eyes deceive. The knowledge gained by perception, by eyes, is deceptive. It's foolproof. This is the conclusion. And with his cogito ergo sum, he dragged the dying Western philosophy from realism into idealism. This was the achievement of René Descartes. Now, you will be surprised that what Descartes said, Imam Ali 1400 years back said more than that in a very sophisticated manner. And for that I will read his saying 281 from Nahjul Balagha, which is wonderful, and it will put a man of Arabic literature, an expert of Arabic, into swoon if he read this saying. He will go into a delirium. For example, Imam Ali says, لَيْسَتِ الرُّؤْيَا كَالْمُعَانَةِ مَعَ الْأَبْصَارِ فَقَدْ تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونِ أَهْلَهَا وَلَا يَغُشُّ الْأَقَلْ مَنْ أَسْتَنْسَهُ. The meaning is, لَيْسَتِ الرُّؤْيَا is not seeing with eyes. Seeing with eyes is not. You will translate like that. Seeing with eyes is not like analytical conceptualization, visualization. Here the very wonderful word Imam Ali uses. He says that Kal Muayana means analysis. Kal Muayanatil Mal Absar. So seeing with eyes is not like visual analysis or analytical visualization or analytical conceptualization. This word surprised me to the core, because when I was reading Einstein theory of relativity, which is divided into two parts, Einstein theory of special relativity, which deals with light, when light reaches, when the speed reaches the speed of light, ultimate speed, and secondly with the general theory of gravity, general theory of relativity, which deals with gravity. Both the theories Einstein developed by using analytical visualization. This is what is called thought experiment. This word thought experiment and analytical visualization you will frequently find in the special theory of relativity, in the general theory of relativity. For example, Einstein said, imagine a car moving with the speed of light is coming from one direction, and another car moving with speed of light is coming in an opposite direction. Imagine. So then he says, this is the thought experiments of special theory of relativity. With regard to general theory of relativity, Einstein says, imagine that you are a blind beetle and you are moving on a curved surface. So in this way, Einstein's tool for developing special theory of relativity and general theory of relativity was analytical visualization. What Imam Ali says is called Muayanatul Absar. So this is a wonder. A man of 1400 years. I couldn't believe it. The method of Einstein is existing in Nahjul Balagha, the method which Einstein used, and he was one of the few persons to use this method. Thought experiment, analytical visualization. It's surprising. It's a great surprise to me. It's a pleasant surprise to me that a 1400 years old man's teachings contains the modern method of a great scientist of the modern time. Then the saying goes on, فَقَدْ تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونَ أَهْلَهَا. This is also wonderful. Definitely the eyes, فَقَدْ تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونَ. The eyes deceive its possessor. There's a lot of eloquence in that. It's so sensitive. There was no need to say that تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونَ أَهْلَهَا. Imam Ali could have said تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونَ. That's it. But he was so sensitive. He has so much of regard for eloquence. He's telling فَقَدْ تَغْزِيبُ الْعُيُونَ أَهْلَهَا. So eyes deceive its possessor. وَلَا يَغُشُّ الْأَقْلَ. Definitely the intelligence, the thinking will never deceive whomsoever it counsels. Yaghushu means ghush, delirium, a kind of unconsciousness or sleepiness. So Imam Ali says that intelligence will never put into sleepiness or unconsciousness or delirium whomsoever it counsels. Means you can't deny the dictates of intelligence. Intelligence will never counsel an egocentric man. Egocentric egocentric people do not want to listen to the dictates of intelligence. That's why intelligence vindicates their stand and it says that whatever you say is true. But intelligence is an advisor, it will advise you. But if you don't listen, it says whatever you say is right. It puts you in deception. Next, the next saying of Imam Ali is saying number 4 from Nahjul Balagha, which says that al-fikru mira'atun safiyatun. He says that thinking, analytical visualization is a clear mirror. As you see very clearly in mirror, with thinking you can see very clearly, as Einstein saw his theory of relativity very clearly. He achieved it through visual analysis, through thinking. But later on it was proved experimentally to be correct. So here there is one point. The word miratun is there, which is phonetically similar to mirror. So I believe that the word mirror in English has been taken from miratun, which is the Arabic word for mirror. So wal fikro miratun safiyatun. Thinking is a clear mirror. The next saying of Imam Ali, which I want to support, al-fikr here means analytical conceptualization or visualization. In saying number 113, Imam Ali says that this is part of saying number 113. Wala ilmu ka tafakkur. There is no knowledge like tafakkur, like fikr, thinking, analytical conceptualization. There is no knowledge like that. The best knowledge is through analytical visualization, through analytical conceptualization or thinking. So even the same thing is said by if you read the Upanishads also, in the Yoga Sutra, the dhyana concept is there. Dhyana is the penultimate stage of samadhi, which is the ultimate enlightenment. So dhyana is nothing but thinking, analytical visualization. So, and the word pragya is also there. Pragya means the ultimate knowledge. What is pragya? In Manduka Upanishad it is mentioned. What is pragya? It is ultimate knowledge. What is ultimate knowledge? It says that it is thinking over the creation of the universe and finding the cause of the creation of the universe through visual analysis. So I shall stop here and I will continue. The second part, inshallah, I shall update very soon. And on that, in the second part, I will be discussing with you what Quran has to say regarding thinking. The verses related to thinking, I will discuss with you. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.